My name is Michael Murphy. I'm the manager of Alumni Services for Transformations and a United States Marine Corps veteran. I think I had known, obviously, for a little while that what had occurred during my time in the Marine Corps, specifically Iraq, was weighing on me. I was having some issues stemming from PTSD, specifically from survivor's guilt. But I didn't really understand the full scope of it. So at first, the tipping point for me getting help was my family. My mom and my sister had both seen that I was in a very dark place. I wasn't doing well. And at their urging, I made my way into the VA. And I began seeking one-on-one help and other modalities. But eventually, after a little bit of time, it became a me thing. And that's when I made the decision, get help, and come to Transformations. And when I got to Transformations, in order to address some of my PTSD, some of the modalities that we worked with were obviously one-on-one therapy, group therapy, but also eye movement desensitization reprocessing, otherwise known as EMDR, ART, accelerated resolution therapy. I also took part in the Evolve program. And some of the differences I noticed by going through these treatments was just really a huge sense of relief, like a burden had been lifted off. For years and years of denying these things, not talking about them, finally being able to process them and get them off my chest, it was a huge sense of relief. But also I was able to understand it. I didn't feel so weird. I didn't feel like I was an outcast. I felt normal. So once I completed treatment, I was able to use it as, a foundation to build off. And that was mainly with my mental health. I still utilize it to this day. When it comes to PTSD, two things really come to mind. One of which people have a common misconception that in order to have PTSD, you had to have worn a uniform, whether military or first responder. And that couldn't be further from the truth. Trauma is trauma, but especially if it goes untreated. If you or someone that you know is struggling with PTSD, I strongly urge you to go pick up the phone, call a place like Transformations, for instance, get some information, find out what you can do to help yourself or that person, and have them go ahead and live a fulfilling life.